Alright guys, this is this is how to get good at any game. Because a lot of people ask me like, Jono, how, no, not a lot of people, but they ask me, Jono, how are you so good? And then I'm like, I don't know, but really, I do know. So, I made a few notes here about what I'll talk about. Um, First thing I'll talk about is identifying weaknesses. This is the most important one, and like I'll get to how you flatten out the weaknesses a bit later, but identifying weaknesses. So got aimlab open here. Just don't worry about this score, I cheated that, just testing out my aimbot. Identifying weaknesses. Aimlab's really good for this because it actually tells you if you click on your profile. So flicking, I'm actually like top 1%, I'm not 0.01. Speed, I'm like, I guess top 1. Tracking, yeah, that's my actual tracking. Precision, my actual precision. Perception, my actual perception. Cognition, yeah. So, use in-game profiles, like JStress. Go to your profile, you can see your 20 line, your 40 line, like, you can look at your improvement stats. See how consistent you are. Look, all my scores are pretty grouped, so pretty consistent. There's a stray bad score here and there. Probably because like focusing on flattening out my weaknesses, like making them. Hey, let me just think. Making my weaknesses my strengths. Yeah, it sounds smart, but really, that's what I'm doing. And my Valorant profile. So my weaknesses, you can see what maps you're bad on. So all acts. Wait, is that all acts? I've only played Pearl 5 times on this account. Wow. Okay, so bad on Ascent. Pearl, there's not enough games. Icebox, bad. But I kind of fixed this. I'm really good on Icebox now. Haven, okay. Blind, pretty good. Breeze, insane. Split, insane. They removed Split, so Fracture, absolutely cracked. I don't need to learn anything more on Fracture, but I need to learn Ascent and probably Pearl. Icebox I've fixed. Haven, I probably need to learn that too. So, looking at your profile, like, this data isn't here for no reason, just for funsies. Like, compare it with your friends. No. This is so you can actually, like, improve. And you can look at your headshot percentage. If that's too low, then like the issue is your aim and you're not going for headshots. KD, win. KD says if it's your fault or if it's your teammate's fault. Looks like currently it's my teammate's fault, but I do have a good win rate, so it's really no one's fault. I'm just winning. And this game, I know why that happened, and it's not gonna happen again. Oh. Yeah, because I was experimenting. Right? Like, I was just experimenting, playing around with my video settings. And it was bad, okay? It was just bad. I thought it was good, but no, it's just bad. And so yeah, feel free to experiment, but if you get a game like this, then probably switch back to your normal settings. Like this was just trash. Like, oh my gosh. But reverted back to my settings, got used to them, 41% headshot. Then got this game. I'm pretty sure this was on 9/11. Yep, it was. And got used to my settings, popped off. Right, I like grinded half an hour of aim lab warm up, it popped off. And yeah, so that's identifying weaknesses. Just look at your profiles. Like, bro, there's a reason why they're there. Like, and like compare them to other people, but like don't compare too much, you know. Like, don't get mad if someone's way better than you. Even if they have less hours. Like, it's just, people improve at different rates, alright? Next point. So we've done this. Bad and good habits. So this also comes under identifying weaknesses, kind of. So like in Tetris, something called finesse, which is how many moves you waste. You can see at the bottom, I have, oh my gosh. But I have perfect finesse, apart from a few specific moves I lose finesse on. But yeah, I have 0 finesse, which means I'm in a good habit where I just move the piece where I want it to go and place it. I don't move it anywhere extra or unnecessary. See, that was a bad move, but that doesn't cause finesse. It just causes me to restart like an idiot. Anyway, yeah, so bad habits can be like getting high finesse. And what I used to do actually was I would like this piece, I would move it one to the right, then one to the left. Like I would just do this. Like it was already in its spot, but like I'd do that. So that's an example of a bad habit. How do you like fix them? How I fixed finesse is, I think I can show you on my 40 line times. So all of these are really low until you get to like, yeah, here. Look at this. 101, 60 finesse. But look at the date especially. Like a month after, or half a month after, I finally broke that PB with a 4 finesse run. So what I did was I actually just slowed all the way down. Yeah, you can see this high finesse run. I slowed all the way down, make sure I had perfect finesse, and then slowly went back up. If you have a bad habit that's that bad, then you just have to slow all the way down. All the way. Look, 1.34 PPS. Slow all the way down. Just get the bad habit, like, off. Make sure you have good habits. Speed back up. And then power through. That's what you do with bad habits. In AimLab, I'm not sure what could be a bad habit. Oh, yeah. I know what a bad habit could be. Especially in grid shot. So, wait, let me just fix my grip. This could be a bad habit. like moving off the target, like that's very exaggerated. What it would look like would probably be like this. Oh, this is still exaggerated. So you're like moving off the target. This can be seen in replays. Like, let's see this one. It's from a while ago. See, I would overflick and recorrect. That's not what you want to be doing. You wanna just have smooth aim. Alright, like you don't wanna overflick, you just wanna like, I still have bad habits in AimLab, and I'm gonna be fixing those. Yeah, like this. I got the flow now. And while you break your bad habits, like I'm doing now, you have to slow down and look, 48,000 in 40 seconds. That's really bad. Like, I'm getting around 90,000 usually. Or, actually no. Oh, that was bad. I must have paused for a bit. But with, like, breaking bad habits, let's say, you know, I'm just gonna submit a run where I just flow aim. I just smooth. Just smooth. Just smooth. And this run is probably gonna have an awful score. But that's okay. You have to reset sometimes. You just have to reset. Break the bad habit. Speed up again. It might not even be a habit. It might just be like a way of playing. Like in Tetris, you saw me stack 6-3. So like there'll be a gap in the middle instead of like on one side. That's a way of stacking. Yeah, see, it's a bad score, but if you just keep practicing with good habits and then speed back up, you'll break the wall that you were at. So like in Tetris, it might not even be a bad habit, just like something you do, right? Like a choice. This 9-0 stacking. My rebind was on, so I couldn't hold. That was dumb. Yeah, I kind of forgot how to 9-0 stack. But like 6-3, you see patterns more often, like the same patterns. So you can improve a lot faster. Like earlier, you probably saw like a couple patterns, and yeah, I do the same opener every time. That's right. That's probably a bad habit. I'm not actually sure, but top players do it, so like if good players do it, it's probably okay. It doesn't mean it's the best thing to do, but it probably says it's okay. Because if they got to the top with like okay habits, then like you can probably get to the top with okay habits. Like they don't have to be the best. Just has to be good enough and not anything major like finesse or stuff like that. Anyway, moving on. Oh, I haven't even shown monkey type yet. Okay, we need all these tabs open. Can use that for later. Oh, bad and good habits. This monkey type is perfect. Touch typing and using all your fingers. You have to start really slow. Make sure you're using all your fingers. And then speed up. And like make mistakes, because I'm bad. Yeah, I'm not the best at typing. Anyway, yeah, so start slow. That's not slow. I don't even know what slow is anymore. And then make sure you're using all your fingers. Don't worry what your speed is. Alright. Do that for a few days. Get a bit faster every day. I don't know what happened there. And then you'll be at your you'll be breaking your PB that you had with like 2 fingers. You know what I mean? I don't know how people use 2 fingers. I can't do it. I actually can't. Anyway, that's a good example for bad and good habits. Metronome, that's a little bit deeper. I'll do that later. Next most important thing is probably changing visuals or sounds. Actually, just changing settings in general. So in gestures you have das, AR, and skins. You also have sound effects. Das is basically how high your sensitivity is. AR, just set that to 0, doesn't really matter. The lower your das is, the higher the sense. So like, say you're on 30 das, you're pretty good at the game, you know. Like, I have to be really careful with this. Like, moving singular or micro adjusting in other games is really hard because you have such a high sense. But if I set it to my normal one, which is 50, then it's like, it's high enough so that like it's fast, but it's low enough so that I can control it. That's what you want in sensitivity in all games. High enough so like it's fast, but low enough so you can control it. Yeah, you definitely want to change sensitivity in all games. It's definitely a must do. I can fix that. And I have bad stacking, so actually, you can probably save this. Oops. Oh well. So yeah, you have to mess around with your settings. And skin, you gotta change your skin. Like crosshair in Valorant or in Lab. Or in monkey type, it's just called skin, I'm pretty sure. And that's a bad habit I have. When I see anything that's slightly colored blue, I just try and chuck it down the side, or down the well, even though like it's not meant to go there. So I'll probably eliminate that bad habit sometime soon. Settings. Can also mess around with video settings. I especially like to do this. Changing contrast and gamma. But make sure, if you end up with one of these games, you revert back. Alright, if it's that bad, like, this isn't even just getting used to it. I wasn't getting used to it. I was used to it in deathmatch. And, got into a game, did so bad. You revert. Okay, but feel free to experiment. Like, oops. Don't feel like you can't experiment. Like, don't be scared to lose your rank. Oh. Stop opening that. Yeah, don't be afraid to lose a game or two. Probably just one game. Because it can benefit you in the long run. I play Valorant with 2.8 gamma. Because it makes the outlines stand out more, and it also makes them thinner. So like the head looks smaller, which means I'm more precise and I'm more consistent. It's a bit hard to explain, but that's okay. Next thing, mentality. Don't ever be afraid to lose your rank in any game. Like, I mean any game. Doesn't matter what it is, how competitive it is. Don't be afraid to lose your rank, alright? Doesn't matter. Like, so what? So what if you lose your rank? So what? Like, just blame it on Connor or something. Or just like, if you were experimenting, then like, that's okay. It's alright. It doesn't matter. And plus, if you record the game, which I'm gonna do coaching self-reviewing. Yeah, if you record the game, you can improve off it tons. So like, it's actually a good thing to like do bad sometimes, just so you can identify your weaknesses. And like just if you're extremely anxious, like you probably shouldn't play. Like just play a light-hearted game. Like, I don't know. What light-hearted games do I have? Like ones that it's hard to lose. Yeah, so probably just, I don't know, have a good mental. Don't cry 3 rounds in if you're losing. You lose some, you win some. It happens. Alright? You gotta just accept that. Don't worry about your rank. Doesn't matter what game it is. Just don't worry what other people think about your rank. But like, don't get to a point like me where like I flex my rank too much, I feel. Like I just flex too much. I don't know. I need to be more modest. And I'm sorry if I've been flexing too much to any of you watching. Anyway, a light-hearted game. Gemcraft. That's pretty good. You can lose, but it's more strategy than skill, like, and single player, so like it's pretty good. What else? BTDX, that's infuriating, don't play it. Idling to rule the gods. Any idle games, they're pretty good if you have a bad mental. Like just to relax and play them. Diet. It's pretty simple. Don't have sugar before games. I think caffeine's okay. Not 100% sure. But yeah, just don't have sugar. Makes your nervous system jittery. Caffeine might do the same, I don't know. Research it. Coaching self-reviewing. So, what I've done is I've recorded tons of games. Like, this one... Was this my pop-off game? No. It's just a game. Then I went to play Tetris for a bit, and then remembered that I was recording. Whoa. I had some bad habits there. Look, I started at like such a high PPS, and then I just slowed down. And then I got finesse. See, I fixed some of my bad habits. Now I just restart. Look, I started at like 4 PPS. So, that I can delete, because I didn't do bad. I did like, alright. This is the game, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that was the game. I need to review over this. Actually, let's look at it. Let's look at it.
The one's there, so opposite. Yeah. TT.
So I was in the Discord call, so you'll probably hear people that aren't in the game. Me and this Raze just throw. This Raze fudges. I don't know how he got chuck darted. I'm actually not sure where that came from. Yeah, I'm going like 1 and 7 here. Change my crosshair. This is with really weird video settings. Oh what? But I did also die just because I'm like bad positioning. I was lucky I hit that shot. If I had standard video settings, coming to you. Nice. If I had standard video settings, then like I would have hit that straight away. If I had standard video settings, would have reacted to that flash a lot faster. I mean, I didn't even react to that flash. This is who I queued with. I made him sad, I think. I don't know. Made up for it with the other game where I popped off though. I made up for it. You guys got this. Wait for the recon. Wait for the recon. So like self-reviewing is really important just to identify weaknesses and like yeah. I think I whiffed an easy shot somewhere because of my video settings again. Yeah, here.
I checked in. I did all side.
I don't know how Sober died. Like, bro, how did he die? I just shot at him. He's pinned in between this, and then like Sober died. Like, and then he just goes A and wins because I'm bad. And I play anti-flash here for a bit until I get bored and go mid and probably die. What do you mean? So Anthony starts whinging here for no reason. He knew the Astral Wall would go down, but he was standing in the open like a monkey. He probably missed his shot and got mad. Yeah, I just did bad this game in general. Like bad permit. I would have hit that if I was on normal video settings, and that. I had terrible aim. So, yeah, you probably don't want to review games that you're experimenting on. But, wait, what's this? Ah, wait, it's this recording. Because I paused it, it saved. And look, I have like tons of these. I gotta review these. But I don't really want to. I'm gonna review them later. But After my pop-off game, if I just do good, then I probably won't have to do any reviewing. Coaching. So, wait, no, not done yet. Coaching. If you coach other people, you actually coach yourself in a way. Like, watching someone else, it's easier to tell their mistakes than if you're playing. I'm not sure how to explain it, but if you coach someone else, you actually identify your own weaknesses. So like if your crosshair, if you look at their crosshair placement and you're like, oh, that's too low, but then it's like perfect head level, then you can see that your crosshair placement is too high. And like if they're doing something bad, like crouching constantly, and then you realize, oh, you also crouch constantly, then like you can see that. It's different watching like someone else play than playing yourself by a lot. I'm not sure why, but it is, and it's easier to identify weaknesses. Metronome. This is pretty in depth. This is also to flatten out weaknesses, or make your weaknesses your strengths. So if you go into aim lab, for example, fix my grip. If you go at a constant pace with like just try and go at a constant pace. Maybe speed up a bit if it's too easy. And then eventually you'll probably, like if you speed up too much, like I am now, I'll miss soon. I'll miss eventually. Yeah, there you go. And then you slow back down a bit. And just restart. I don't really care about my average score on this. Make sure you're consistent with this metronome. And it shows your weaknesses, so whatever you have to like pause on, like that, then that shows what your weakness is and what you need to practice. So like maybe vertical stuff you can't do very well, so you need to probably change your grip if you can't do vertical stuff, or you need to just practice vertical stuff. So metronome is a really good way to become very consistent. I like to use it on 6-shot, so you just try clicking at a constant rate. Like it doesn't matter how fast you are to it. Just click at a constant rate. That was bad. Just become consistent, slowly up the BPM of the metronome. Well, I'm actually not using a metronome, but just tapping at a constant rate, trying to tap at a constant rate. And if you have sound effects on, you can definitely hear where your hiccup is, or like where you slow down a bit. You can definitely hear it like easier than you think. So that's something I use to get very consistent. It's very good. It flattens out. No, not I keep using flattens out. It doesn't. Oh my gosh. It makes your weaknesses equal with your strengths. So on monkey type, maybe trying to go at a constant speed. Like I set my other, I don't know what it's called, to 80 words per minute, and if I want to get consistent, I just keep going at that. Okay, so if you make a mistake, obviously it jumps ahead, because like you failed the word. Just going at a constant speed, seeing where your hiccups are, and trying to practice over them. Something I do. I don't know if other people do it. Actually, other people do it. If you look at Daistrus leaderboards. 21. So we're going to compare two replays. Reset underscore and McCarthy. So McCarthy goes at a constant speed, which is pretty weird for a PB, I must say. But he goes at a constant speed, and he's probably... wait, let me check. No, he's not more consistent. Oh well. Anyway, he goes at a constant speed, and so I'd say that's pretty much constant. I mean, it fluctuates like 0.6 pps at like a really fast speed, so I'd say this is a metronome run. And he just goes at a constant pace. So he probably tries tapping at like constant speed like I do. But for a PB, this is very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Because if you look at reset underscore's graph, like, whoa, 8 PPS, but then he slows down at the end. Which is where his weakness is, at the end, right? So this is fine for a PB. I'll accept this for a PB. Because, like, you're just trying to go your maximum speed. And, yeah, so it's completely fine, this. But if he wants to get faster, he probably has to flatten out. Or make this, like, go like, and then, like, straight here. Not a dip like this. Because he would have gotten a way better time. Like, he would have gotten first place if he didn't just slow down at the end there. So that's pretty interesting to compare. So, yeah, this guy uses metronome. For your PB, that's kinda weird, but, I respect it. You got the world record, like, it's respectable, you know? Anyway. Metronome, other people probably figured it out, but I figured that out myself. I use it. I don't know if you use it. You should probably experiment. See if it helps you. It's especially good for flattening out bad habits. Oh, no, not. Oh my gosh. For destroying bad habits. So, like, if you're always really fast at the start, but, just aren't good at the end. Like this. I am purposefully going slow, by the way. I'm not this bad. But I do somewhat slow down, like, closer to the end, like I am now. Just a little bit though. Not as much as I used to. Yeah, I had to think for that one. Yeah, some pieces you gotta think, you know? You gotta just stop and... You gotta just stop and think. Like, humans aren't perfect. You gotta have some hiccups. That's why I say, for a PB, it's especially weird. Cause like... I think this will be a PB. Never mind, I just won't submit it. It won't be a PB, by the way, that was way too slow. I didn't realize how slow I was going. Oh wait, it's because I was showing you the, like, slowing down at the end. Oops. So, yeah, metronome is pretty good. Use it for aim lab a lot. I don't use it for Tetris that much. And remember, it's not an actual metronome, just try tapping at a constant rate, hear your hiccups in the sound effects, and bam. Focus practicing. You identify your weaknesses, you practice on it. Right, like, it's pretty simple. Like, if you're bad at micro adjusting, and you play micro shot. If you're bad at bigger flicks, you play like grid shot. If you want just speed, because you're a speed demon, play grid shot 3x3. Like, this is not that hard. Not that hard to figure out. Just like, see your weaknesses and then just work on them, I guess. Oops. What's next? Is that it? That's really it. Wow. I got through that. Took a while. And one last thing. Make sure you're pushing yourself fast enough. Cause like, if you're just going, if your metronome has been the same speed for about a month, like, it's time to speed up, man. It's time to speed up. Like, don't just stay at the same speed. Make sure you're always pushing yourself. Like, I wasn't pushing myself there. How you push yourself, if you need to get faster and less consistent, you do shorter tests. Or maybe more speed tests, like this. But if you want to get more consistent, more precise, you go to more precise, more consistent, longer tests. Like 100 line. Or if you want to get fast, 20 line. Oh, this is a pretty good run. I just messed up, that's all. And then that. And then that. That was pretty bad. Oh well. Yeah, make sure you're pushing yourself. Change between like 20 line and 100 line. Change between 10, 50, 25 words and 60 seconds, 15 seconds. Make sure you change between those. Don't just stay on one. I'm so bad. Okay. And like, yeah, just make sure you're pushing yourself. And, yeah, I think that about wraps it up. So, bye.